Hey y'all, welcome to the Moving with Millennials podcast with your favorite millennial realtors.
We are 4 top producing agents in the DFW area, and we are ready to share the good, bad, and the real life of real estate.
Whether you're thinking about getting into real estate, already an agent, or just curious about what your agent really does, join us.
Tune in every Wednesday to see what it's really like to be on this side of the transaction.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with Moving with Millennials. Today we are recording a little bit differently. We have Brandie on via Zoom. We've got Chandler here, and today we were talking about what we're thankful for. This is going out the week of Thanksgiving, and we're just excited to all be back together.
Yeah, it's a little bit different for sure.
Yeah.
But we have to catch you however we can, Brandie.
Right. Yes.
This year, I always think like football season's busy, and then every year it gets busier. I'm like,
yeah.
This seems drastically worse than last year.
Well,
it is.
Doing a million other things as well.
I know. I feel like there's just never like, I was home for like a week, and then I'll be home the next time for like 3 days, and then it's just
The other
I'm
part
very
that's
tired.
funny is, I think one of the episodes that Mariana and I did, we talked about, I was about to go to Chicago, and there was a possibility that I was going to see you.
Yes.
And then at the last minute, you ended up being in Dallas while I was in Chicago.
Yep.
I was like, wait a minute.
The
Yeah.
craziest thing. I know everyone like jokes like we never know where you are, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna be either until like the day of.
Yeah, I think I've said that before. I'm like, I don't ever know what city she's going to be in.
But you handle it with such grace, like
For sure.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Sure.
I hope that's how I look.
yeah, it is.
But if I'm in Chicago 2 or 3 times for football season next year, I expect to see you at least one of them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, you just have to come back now that like it's November, December. I'll be here for most of it. So just Christmas shopping.
I've been there twice for football season already.
Right. So third time is a charm.
I'm such a charm, yeah, right.
Time.
Okay. Sure.
Actually, this is perfect. We have to find a weekend where Pat or like the weekend's not going to work. Maybe on a Tuesday, that's his off day, and we can just go shopping and like spa day.
Perfect.
Yes, love it.
I'm perfectly happy to do that.
For sure.
You know me. Never turned down a good chance to go shop in the city that I'm in or in another city. Who cares?
I love, especially on Michigan Avenue. It's so
I
pretty.
know. The best. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you guys
So-
believe it's November though?
Like,
No.
it's nuts.
No,
Like
I honestly
this
cannot.
whole year has just flown by.
I'm like so ready to put up my Christmas stuff.
I am too, and normally I like wait until after Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
but I think it's because the last 2 years, or like we haven't put a tree up in 2 years because we were moving last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was last night. I cannot wait to put it. I think I may put up the tree before Thanksgiving, which I never do.
I saw
I'm
this girl yesterday on Instagram. She doesn't put up her tree, but she puts up like little decor, like neutral Christmas decor. That's something you could do if you didn't want to put your tree up right now. We're going to do Christmas up here. So I'm not going to put anything in Dallas because I'm not taking it down and handling the first part of the year together.
We're hosting Thanksgiving, so, and I have a bunch of like Thanksgiving decor, and I don't know how I feel about mixing Christmas with Thanksgiving, but
How about like a walkthrough? One room gets Thanksgiving, and if you want Christmas, you have to sit in the other room.
yeah, I don't know. Just some people,
Yeah.
you're either like put your tree up before or strongly.
Mine's probably going up the week before Thanksgiving, if not sooner. I was like, I almost like. I
It
was,
could
like,
take
dying.
you 3 weeks to do your tree, though. That's why. Like you
Well,
have to go. You
exactly.
have to get up early.
It takes me
love it.
It takes me 2 days.
2 days.
2 days of Jake not doing anything else.
Correct. Yeah, that is true.
That
That's
would drive
true.
me nuts. Like I have to put it up and I'll be done.
No,
same
it's
day.
just impossible for me to get up.
Because
in
you
one
have
day.
all those like I
all
love
the
all
picks,
the
all the
things.
ornaments. I mean, like even when my mom and I would do it together, it took us an entire, like we would be working on it together for 5 or 6 hours straight.
That's crazy.
That's 2 people in that 5, so that's 10 hours or 12 hours of work.
I love it. I love it so much, though.
I know, I'm like really want to do like a super minimal tree. I say that every year, and I'm like, I've got to find a way to do it
You
with
can't.
just different sized monochromatic ball ornaments,
No.
large and small.
Where do you get your ball ornaments?
He can't tell you.
Mhm.
I said he can't tell you.
Yeah.
They're vintage.
Costco.
No, I've never bought Christmas ornaments for Costco.
Just close.
Holiday Warehouse.
I love
They're
holiday.
expensive though,
Yes,
but
they
yeah.
are.
I've never been there. Is it good?
Yeah,
it's really
so
good.
good.
And they're like open, like they open and they
Yeah.
Or they open all year.
Yeah, they do different seasons throughout the year, but there's some Christmas stuff almost all the whole year.
I've gotten garland from there and
Yeah.
some ornaments. I want like
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I need to figure out where that is. I ordered new garland this year that's all pearls, but it's like different size pearls and it's like on this like bendable wire. It's gorgeous. I need to find it. I ordered it.
pretty.
I can't wait to see your tree.
Yeah.
Are
It'll
you-
look as I did last year.
Are you guys doing anything special for Thanksgiving, or what are you guys what's your plans?
We are just, yeah.
We were just
We're
talking about
hosting my
that.
family. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I love Thanksgiving.
Me too. It's my favorite. It is my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
Mariana, are you hosting Thanksgiving since it's Chan's first?
So I don't know what we're gonna do. Hey, let me join in.
Sorry, I really pulled you into it.
We were getting there. I don't know what we're gonna do. My mom actually just bought a house, and so I think she's like excited, of course, to host for the first time. But we're gonna probably, if she doesn't, we probably will. And
This is the new Moving with
Fine.
Millennials.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome.
sorry, y'all. This is the real life of being in real estate right now for me and mom life. It is.
Yeah.
It is
Something
great.
her on her tummy after she just ate.
Well, you know, it's work.
my shoes are down there.
If she pukes on Jake, this will be a video we'll be so happy we have.
Oh my
I
god.
know,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Jake might puke back on her.
Stop. It's like already like triggering my gag reflex right here. Just thinking about it.
Oh, are you
Oh my
one
gosh.
of those
I
that gets
sympathy
sick?
puke. Yeah.
Oh,
I can't.
That's-
Moving on.
Seeing Brian laugh.
This is the first year that Pat's not playing on Thanksgiving in 4 years. So we
Wow.
are actually gonna have our own Thanksgiving, which is fun this year.
That is fun. I bet that's so hard, like coordinating that Thanksgiving, playing football.
We just don't have Thanksgiving is watching the game and then me driving back from Detroit. But I mean, I love the Thanksgiving food, so I'm excited to have
Same.
Thanksgiving. But to be honest, I'll kind of miss not being at the stadium. It's just become like the norm, and the
Yeah.
kids don't know anything different. Like that's their Thanksgiving. So, but I'm excited to just kind of be lazy, especially right now. I need to like
You need lazy.
slow down. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to have that.
Do you know what this means? Slow
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I
Not-
don't
not put
think you do.
together.
Yeah.
When you guys were like talking, getting ready, I was looking. We just got all of the cabinet proofs back for the house.
Oh
Uh,
my
like,
God, I love
Over here, like
Patience.
change this.
Send them to me. I
It's
want to
gonna
look at
be
them.
amazing.
I know.
One thing we're excited about, actually, she turned 6 months the day before Thanksgiving this
Oh.
year. So it's
Oh my gosh.
perfect time for us to start introducing food to her.
Oh.
So we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do for sure sweet potato.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one
that's
of
good.
Wait,
our
I
first
thought they were doing
ones.
like the rice cereal or anything like that yet.
No, so they don't recommend that anymore. I know, yeah, it's
I feel like
completely
I'm an old
different.
parent now. even.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
Well, they don't recommend any food until 6 months now.
Correct,
Just to
yes.
give their body time to digest. But I haven't heard anything about rice cereal. I'm gonna try.
It's not rice cereal. What was it?
I
It
know
was like
you're
this.
talking
It smells
about-
like almost like porridge, like this like
Yeah.
little made up rice.
You
Yeah.
even you can put it
Oatmeal.
into their bottles too, and then you like shake it before bed
Yeah.
to make sure they sleep through the night.
It's not really. It's not
I
like
know
Rice
what
Krispie
kind of
syrup,
what
but
you're
it's like
talking about.
it's like
It's
Like
like,
a dissolve.
no.
No, it's like it is called cereal. It's something
Yeah.
cereal when you just put it in their milk.
They don't recommend that anymore.
So I haven't heard anything really about it. We're gonna try the baby led weaning. So that's where you go straight into giving them solids. So it's a whole thing. And then the
Jake-
baby led weaning,
Jake,
I
no,
just
don't
want you to
recommend
know
that.
that right now you have breastfed baby poop, and that is fine.
Oh,
and
I
dandy.
know, it's gonna be
Once you get to
interesting.
real food baby
I-
poop, it is
oh,
a
I already
whole
know.
nother game.
We were talking about that this
When
morning
it's
with our
mixed
diet
together
coach.
too, like when you go from the mix of like everything and then you go just to food, it's just a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting. for
There's
sure.
color changing, there's texture changing, there's the whole thing.
gosh.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
Maggie's like, I'm not sure I want this anymore, guys.
Yeah.
Maggie
I
just
remember-
enjoys sleeping through the night right now. That's all you need to be concerned about is that you get to sleep through the night.
For sure.
We get to sleep through the night most nights over
Yeah,
here.
she's
She did good last night. But she woke up an hour earlier than normal, so she woke up at 6 instead of 7. So, but
that,
otherwise, she does really good. Like she has off nights for sure, but for the most part, she's been doing well with
that
that.
video the other day or your stories where you're like, it's like the celebrate song or whatever, and you're like trying to keep her up the last 30
Oh,
minutes.
that's real. The
Yeah.
witch, they call it the witching hour.
Yes.
So that last hour where they're sleepy, they're probably hungry, but you don't want to put them down too early because
Yeah.
if you do, they won't go to sleep the right way and they
Right.
won't sleep the same
Yeah.
amount. So it's like you have to like figure out just like how to survive that last hour some days.
Do you guys not have your own witching hour though? If I stay up past a certain time where I like know I need to go to sleep, and then it turns into like my witching hour, and I just literally cannot. Then after that, I can't go to sleep.
That actually
I
happens
think
to me too.
I would say I think I do the opposite. I think I just wake up more. Like once I get to a certain point, it's like, okay, I'm not tired. I just start thinking of things, and it's like I'm just gonna do some work or something. So then
Oh no! If I miss that gap where I need to go to sleep, I'll be up till 3 a.m. working.
Yeah, no,
I still only average about 3 hours a night. So
that's crazy. I don't know how you.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Jeez, Jay.
Yeah.
I couldn't function.
I couldn't either.
That's why the only reason you guys are seeing me, I think, still right now is because she sleeps.
Like if I don't get enough sleep, like I almost feel hungover, and I'm not hungover.
Yeah.
Like if I don't get more than like
mhm. Yeah.
if
Me
3
get
hours of
probably
sleep.
8 hours still.
Maggie,
I
you
get
start.
about 8 hours.
The one thing Maggie's grateful for this year is sleeping through the night, because next year you might not be able to say that.
Oh,
That's
true.
true.
Yeah, I have grown a lot in that category. Like
Yeah.
I've learned to, enjoy the lulls and the downs.
Let's talk about that. What are we thankful for from this last year that we've learned about ourselves, or like, you know what I mean?
Professionally or personally?
Both.
Yeah, mine would definitely be, I was thinking about that on the way here. Like I have learned, like the past 2 years, I would like just really struggle with, I don't know, like not
Boundaries
Yeah.
of like when to shut off.
boundaries. Yeah, shutting off.
You feel
Now,
like you have gotten better with that?
Yes.
That's good.
shutting off.
Yeah, I mean, she used to be emailing and texting
I-
like 3
I
a.m.,
know.
2 a.m. I'm
She
like,
still
go to
sometimes will
bed.
text
I
us
still
at
do,
like
yeah.
11 and
I
I'm
s-
like, nope, I'll wait.
Yeah, no, it's still, but I've grown definitely in that department. And then,
That's good.
I don't know mine. Professionally, I guess, I mean, I've met all my goals. I guess I'm thankful for that,
That's awesome.
that I
Yeah.
met my goals and worked through the year and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that like, I haven't totally slowed down this, like, I think this point last year, I was like, oh, no closings the rest of the year. I'm good. I still just had a closing last week. I've got another one coming up in a
Yeah.
few weeks. It's like, I'm still working.
Yeah.
I'm thankful I didn't like hit my goals and then just like coast the rest of the year. Like, I
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
continued
Plateau
to
or
work.
something. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Personally thankful. Are we doing that one too?
Yeah.
We can do that next. Or should I
Sure.
go down too?
Yeah, I think you do it at the same time. I don't know.
I think personally, I'm just thankful that. Oh, I don't know. I'm like,
Jake, say it. You had it.
no, I want it to be worded in a polite way.
Okay, then let's do round 2, because Maggie didn't do hers, I don't think. So let's do work first, and then we'll do personal.
Okay, so
Okay.
then your professional.
Well, I would say my professional and personal kind of blend together, and that's that I'm thankful I have been able to realize that my personal life and my work life can kind of like come together.
Uh-huh.
I mean, having her and like taking her with me to like appointments, while challenging at times for sure, and it's still something I'm learning how to navigate.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're both learning. My clients have been super great, first of all, about me bringing her, and super just
Yep.
understanding if it, I feel like I used to have to be that person that responds like immediately. Okay,
Yeah.
hey, I know. That has to respond immediately, but they understand, like, if I don't get back to them like in an hour because it's nothing earth shattering, like it's okay. And
Right.
I don't think they think I'm, not responding quick enough. I think it was me thinking
It
I'm
is,
not
yes,
responding
totally
quick
is.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful that I'm able to make, I guess really that we're able to choose to make this like a work life kind of life, because
Yeah.
I know a lot of moms that I can't imagine, I've said this before, like at 6 weeks, like having to choose to put her in daycare and choose to have to go right back
Yeah.
to work 8 to 5 all day. Oh my gosh, like I would hate that. So I just feel for those moms, and to be in a
Yeah.
position where I
For
get
sure.
to choose is a blessing in
Definitely.
itself. So
Yeah.
Right.
I know,
definitely thankful for that.
for sure.
My professional one is that I've grown, and I think there's that that instant, like I always felt like I had to answer right away, or I had to. Jake and I have had this conversation so many times, and I feel like, especially within the last 6 months, I've learned to, like, my boundaries are my boundaries. And if you don't respect my boundaries, then you're not the right client for me. But most of the year I am a single parent of 2 kids, juggling way more than just real estate. So if I don't answer you until 10 p.m., it's because I can't. And I could stop and like put my kids on the side, but that's not acceptable. Like I'm a mom first and then I work. So finding that boundary and learning to take a step back when someone texts me, needs something, as long as it's not urgent or we're in the middle of negotiations, like it can wait. And I even send them a text like, as soon as I can sit down and get to you, I will, but right now I'm with my kids. And so really just standing by my boundaries versus like, I have these boundaries and then something happens and I'm like, boundaries, whatever. Like it's been good to like stick to them. So I'm just thankful that I've kind of learned that, because it's important, and it's going to get way more important within the next few months.
Yeah, definitely. I have one more on professional, and I say this, I've always been confident, but this year especially, like I had several that were like interviewing, like on the list side and buy side, interviewing several agents. And so I've learned to like, when I hear that now, it like makes me go in more confident. Before I'd be like, oh my gosh, they're interviewing their agent. But like I don't know, my confidence level has gotten like
increased. Yeah, it's
it really comes with time. Like I feel like now I can walk into a listing appointment and feel okay if I don't get it, because I know that I did. I know my stuff, and so if they don't think I'm a great fit, then it's probably not a great fit for me to work with them anyways, because it doesn't jive with how I want to work.
Totally.
So 100%. you finally get that attitude on
and
like, then you end up getting the listing because they like that confident attitude.
Yes, I know. That finally clicked for me too this year.
And sometimes it isn't skill set. Like you said, it's gonna be a personality match. Like you said, like if they're not picking me for my personality, I probably wouldn't pick them as a client.
For sure.
It's like there are those good times it's just not a fit on either side.
Definitely. And then my personal, I guess, is a mix with professional too. Like I've just learned to like be more present in my, like with my family and just personal life and not just work. Because like the last 2 years or 3 years has just been, hard for me to shut off and not only focus on work. So
personal for me, I think there's probably two. I think the first and like the main one is I feel like for like divorcee life, I've hit my stride, meaning that like Jason and I are like in a great spot. We are able to do things like the camping trip for JC, family dinner nights and things like that we did some of that in the very beginning, but there was definitely still some tension or awkwardness. And now, I mean, like, we were like laughing and cracking each other up like, on that camping trip. I mean, it's just like, we're like, we have a genuinely good, healthy friendship relationship now that I'm really proud of that. You know, I don't think that like a lot of divorced people can say that necessarily a year and a half out, especially while balancing, you know, a kiddo that's in, you know, first and second grade. And, you know, it's like, that's a lot just in your family life in general, like a kiddo that's like going in and out of elementary school. But for us to be like managing the divorce process while then also like handling all of her getting into Cub Scouts and social life and all the things, you know, it's like, I'm really proud of both of us that we've handled it really well.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really huge. I mean, me coming from divorced parents, like to have two parents that actually get along is like huge just for the kids. For sure. My parents did not get along very well. And it's hard. So
for sure.
Well, and it's cool that it didn't take you 10 years. Like you guys, I know at some points it didn't feel like you'd ever get here, but you guys did arrive way faster than most people do, and some people never do. So it's really cool to see that transition this year into that friendship. I'm proud of you though. That's been, I mean, it's taken a lot. So
I can even like look at group pictures of us from like right after the divorce where we would still do something together, and I can just tell my smile, for me, I can just see it in my eyes. It's slightly strange. But now like I look at pictures from like the camping trip or even from like stuff we did over the summer that I'm like, the three of us genuinely look happy, and JC genuinely looks happy, which is like the most important part. So it feels really good. You know, I feel like that's a huge accomplishment. I'm super proud of. So my other personal one is I feel like a lot of my friendships have grown like a little bit deeper this year, but there's also been maybe like unhealthy relationships that I've been willing to cut. And that like, that's hard to do sometimes, but to say like, this doesn't add anything to my life and it only is subtracting from my life, like I need to remove that. And it's just like, I look at it as like pruning a plant, you know, they tell you like cut the dead leaves because like otherwise that can choke the rest of the plants. It's like, it's that way in your life. Like you have those relationships that are sometimes only sucking something away from you. And that you can't have those.
Yeah.
So I've learned that this year, that there have been a couple of those that have been snip.
Yeah.
So
Love that.
it's a tough lesson.
Yeah. And I think we're all thankful for each other.
Yeah, obviously.
For
Thankful
sure.
for this group therapy
Yeah, it is
situation we have going
100%.
on.
Yeah.
This has been the hardest year for us, I think, because I have been so all over the place, but I feel like we've still like kept such a strong friendship and a support for each other, which is so cool. Like we really have become like siblings almost, where we're like, someone picks the other one up and it's like, hey, let's go, get up, like let's go, or I'll give you a hug and then like keep moving, because it's just been really cool. Like we have such a strong friendship, which I think is really cool and special.
And like, I really don't know what I would do without y'all. And like so many people from like other brokerages or like don't have like support or like, I don't know.
I mean, even like in different professions and things like that, you don't always find like a work family.
Oh, for sure. I did not have that before.
School.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Yeah. I'm thankful that you guys also get that sometimes I just disappear.
Yeah. No.
Like it's my duck and cover mode where I'm just like, I can't take anything else in life, and y'all all know.
I feel like that's where I've been lately too.
Yeah, it's like, it's okay, I'll come back whenever he can breathe. And like y'all each will send like your one nice text message that's like, thinking of you. Let us know if you need anything. Otherwise,
like I'll call and be like, just checking in.
Yes. I appreciate that, because not everyone is that way. Like some people like assume that it's like, I don't know, something crazy like they have to. I'm like, no, like I just need the silence for a little while. So I'm glad that you guys get that now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mariana, do you want to go or you want me to go?
You go ahead.
My personal one is that I have learned, and this is something that's taken a long time, to give myself grace, especially like on the hard days when I feel like I'm a bad mom or I feel like I didn't get my work done on time, like to be able to go to bed and not like stress about it. I still like worry, but I think there's a difference right now. I'm learning between worrying and stressing. Like I'm able to like think about it and worry and then like go to sleep, where stuff used to keep me up and I used to like fester over it. So being able to give myself grace if I lose my temper with the kids, or I maybe didn't send the email I said I would send, but I sent it right in the morning, like finding that grace to give myself, especially heading into an even crazier season of life, is I think something that's going to really help me moving forward. So I'm just grateful that I found that this year.
Yeah.
And I think, this kind of goes with Jake. I've also, like you said, I've kind of like, our circle was already very small, but I've tightened it even more. And I don't even tell people when I'm back in Dallas, because there's some people that like, they don't deserve to know that. Like, and that I used to think like I'd have to tell everyone everything to make them happy. But when I'm only home for 3 days and people think that I need to make time for them because I'm home, like, I just don't. I think I've learned that like our circle is literally has to be as small as possible, because if it's wearing you down, it's not beneficial. So being able to come to terms and like stand up for myself in that way has been really big.
That's her way of telling us she's in Dallas right now. Recording. She just doesn't want us to know.
Yeah, where are you?
I wish.
Really,
I wish I was
like,
at
wait a
home right
minute.
now. The poor kids are like, we're stuck in like a 1,100 square foot apartment right now, and I can hear Tootie, like my uncle and him are like kicking a ball back and forth. It's too cold to go outside and play. I'm like, oh,
How cold is it right now?
what's only
What's
like
the weather?
it's like 60 degrees, but it's like windy. The wind is what kills it here. Like the wind up here is so bad.
You
It's like
know,
a very like gross day.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's nasty.
You know, I was there 2 weeks ago, the Monday that I was coming back, like in the Uber on the way to the airport, I looked outside and it's snowing. And I was like, let's get there quickly.
Yeah.
Pat told me it snowed like 2 or 3 days. I'm like, I gotta go. I have to go. It ain't for me.
I think it's really pretty to look at, but I don't want to be out in it.
Yeah.
I certainly don't want my plane to be dealing with it at all.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Luckily here, like it's so funny. There's no delays or anything. Like whenever it could snow 15 inches and they're like, all right, we're taking off. Let's go.
You say that, but I was there my freshman, sophomore year. And it was like one of the worst winter storms on record, and we got snowed into the city. Everything shut down, the trains, highway, every single thing closed.
Was it pretty though?
It was pretty, but I literally fell into like waist deep snow
Oh my gosh.
in William Park. Yeah.
No, it's not for me.
we had been shopping in downtown all day, but my friend lived like in one of the suburbs, like 15, 20 minutes out.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden we get like all these notifications, like everything is stopped. No trains, highways are closed. There's just, like, we ended up having to stay with a friend that like went to school downtown. It's crazy.
No, I don't like that. See,
But normally
that's
it's
not
not
for me.
Yeah, normally
If
they're
I'm in Jackson and like a resort and I can watch a snowfall, that's how I like to be. I don't want to have to go out in it. Trudy's
Like-
obsessed with snowboarding right now. And so we're going to take him snowboarding in the spring. And I do not want to snowboard.
like
Yeah.
Maggie and I said, if y'all can all go snowboarding,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
sit
be
in
in
the
the
hot
spa.
tub or the
Yeah.
spa.
I'll be there. I'll be with you guys. I'll be
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
Also, I think this might close in like 10 minutes or like 8 minutes, I think. Because we
Yeah.
started it.
I
No.
like started skiing, like we would go skiing growing up and I just hated it. Like I started at the age of 4, like I can ski, but I just like, it's not fun for me.
I was never allowed to. Like we couldn't, like our gymnastics coach was
Either.
like, no, that's so bad for your knees. Don't you dare
We
go.
weren't even allowed to sled during the winters.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
it
crazy.
wasn't really that like that here, but yeah, we
It's
gotta
like
go.
so controlling.
Oh God, of course it is.
Like
they
and
own
same
you.
with gymnastics.
Yeah.
Brandie said, yeah.
Yeah.
It was my gymnastics coach that wouldn't let us go skiing. I think at True Athletics, I probably.
That's
We
People
snuck
do,
out and
but-
we went sledding down like our college campus big hill one time, and we were stupid college kids. We took pictures and then somehow got around to our coach and he was like, "What's this?" And we're like, "I don't know."
well, wait, what
We
were
went
you?
sledding,
Oh, sledding.
Sledding. but you could fall off, you could hit a tree, you could break your arm. Like I get it, it's a liability, but
Yeah, at True Athletics, we definitely like could if you like want to go during summer, like go do something like that. Like once it got into like national season, they're like, you do nothing extra that could injure your body.
you practice, you go home, you sleep, you practice, you go home, you sleep.
They would-
You
they would
make
even
me well
get
meal.
us out of like our school cheer like stuff. They're like, don't tumble at basketball games, don't tumble at volleyball, like any of that stuff. It was like winter, spring stuff. Like, don't. We don't want you tumbling anywhere except for the blue mat.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was it like that for like every age group? Like
No, but I mean, like, yeah, my team was like,
the best
yeah,
one.
nationals and worlds. So like, you
Yeah.
have a choice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. There's a way that like, you're not really in like, you don't own your own body in a way, like in that.
I don't like that. I could not do well with that.
Yeah.
I don't like being told what to do.
Well, I mean,
I know, but I feel like that was something that I gained later in life though. Like that was something that didn't like, because I don't think you realize you have authority to do what you want to do till you're older. Then you're like, I'm not listening. Like, can you guys imagine working for a boss again? Like,
Oh yeah.
it ain't for me.
yeah,
Because I don't
I
want to be
think
told what I'm going to do.
I definitely was independent to a certain level, always growing up. I mean, that's just me in a way. But no, I mean, like the fiercely independent, like I'm not listening to a single thing that anybody tells me to do. That was not until after I finished cheerleading.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, I was always like headstrong, had a mind of my own, but it was like within the parameters that I was allowed
Yeah.
within that world.
I see.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah,
Too.
Because you also want to be successful. So you're like, okay, like I will listen to you.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
being like the center of like everything on mats. It's like I want to be front
Yeah.
row, I want to be center, so like I did what's supposed to do.
Yeah. Follow directions.
Yeah.
You're good.
Mariana, do you want to just tell us? I can hear you from where you're at. Do you want to tell us your personal
She's had to step out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Um,
Tanny girl?
Mhm.
Shani.
It's been so fun to watch her become a mom. I think
I
that's been like one thing I think I'm thankful for is like to see her go through the pregnancy and then become a mom, and like how much Jake and I warned her, we're like, you're gonna just love her so much, but you don't know until you like hold that baby in your arms, and then you're like, even now, like this might be crazy of me to admit, but I still check the kid's breath before I go to bed. Like I still go in their room and like put my hand on their chest. I'm like, okay, they're breathing. Now I can go to sleep. And they're almost 4 and 5. Like I just love them so much. But you don't know that until you have your own kid and you're like, I got this human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'll only check Jay-Z, so like I give her a good night kiss like right before like I leave her room, and that I always like know that she's still breathing, but I don't check her again before I go to bed unless I know she hasn't been feeling well. And then there's like the part of me that I'm like, I cannot sleep unless I know that if she was like having sinus issues or something, that she's not in there like, you know, like
It freaks me
struggling.
out. Yeah.
Yes, so I go in then, but other than that, I'm like, nope, good sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I'm kind of thankful for our group pregnancy over here that we had going on with her. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
I got to like relive it again. I was like, oh yeah, I remember a lot of that. And yeah, it's been fun.
Super fun. I love it.
Yeah.
And
It'll be
she's so
fun.
cute. Love her.
Yes.
And she's so cute. Well, and now she's at the fun age too. Now it just gets better. Like Mariana has no idea. Like it is about to get so it is fun right now, but it just gets better. And my dad always told me, like, Brandie, get to 3. 3 is gonna be the best. And I was like, I thought he was like discounting the time before, but then we got to 3 and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Like it's so fun.
Yeah. I remember thinking that like, I was like, she doesn't really do anything. My mom was like, well, she's a baby. You know, it's basically a living potato. Like, she's not gonna have a personality right away, but you do start to see little hints of it. But that was the thing. My mom was always like, get to like 6 months and you'll really start to see her, like her personality come out. And so it was like 6 months and you could start to see it, then 9 months, and then like at a year, you're like, okay, little kiddo, I get you. I see you now. Now it's like you can really start to see all that. So
yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah. It almost makes me want another little one, but I'm smart enough to be like, no, JC is a really good baby. I'm not to assess that fate.
Yeah, you're gonna get 2 scales next.
Oh, no, thank you. No,
That
thank
guy.
you. I think I'm too old at this point.
No, you're lying to yourself.
No, to go through the adoption process? No, it's strenuous.
How long did
Too
it
old.
take?
9 months. Start to finish 9 months. It was just like a regular baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old, I think. Mentally, I'm old.
Yeah, but Jake, you'd have to change your lifestyle so much too to go back to baby.
Oh, that ain't about to happen.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm very thankful for my lifestyle currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no like
Bottles, diapers.
I have been out of town. If you count camping as out of town, I have been gone 5 weeks in a row.
I love that.
Yeah.
I am like in this weird place. Like I'm like dying to move away from Dallas. I'm over it. I want to be anywhere else but here. I'm like, cannot sit still when I'm here. I like want a totally new, like, I want to move away.
Yeah, no thanks. Thank you for your honest opinion, but no.
Well, I mean, I can't legally, although I did look at my decree 3 times to see if there's like an option.
Chicago?
No, I really want to move to New York.
Not shocked at all.
I could not live in New York.
I could see, no, Jake 100% could live in New York City.
Oh,
100%. Do it for a year. You can't.
Like,
okay, cool.
I'm my happiest when I'm there. I don't know how to explain it.
I know exactly what you mean. No, I could totally see you being happy, like just thriving.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get a license up there?
Well, I can't. So like I've looked at the decree. There's not currently a way that I can make it work. I'm contractually obligated to live within 30 miles of her current primary residence, which is over here in Richardson. So
yeah.
But now you and Jason have such a good relationship that we could like work on this.
Contracts can be rewritten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that would be like a lot to change. So I'm definitely not there like tomorrow or like next week or next year even.
Maybe in a year or two though, like maybe that's where you land.
Process of like trying to even figure out like what that would look like for me.
Can you imagine JC in New York City though?
I know.
I'm like I want to take her over Christmas break.
Take me too.
I think my mom's not listening to this, so she won't listen to this, but I think I'm gonna do a trip with her and Greta.
Oh.
Stop.
Y'all can go shopping.
I think I may wait until like further like February, but we'll see.
Y'all can take a picture on the Gossip Girl steps.
Yeah.
It literally gave me tears.
I want to see her like all bundled up. I want to see her getting in and off on and off the subway. I want to see her, trudging through Central Park. I want to see it all.
You're literally making me emotional right now, just thinking about you guys all on a trip in New York City.
I'm like, I want to see it. Like, I want to see her experience. And I want to like share that with her.
And her just like strutting through the city, having a coffee, going to see some Broadway shows. Like,
yeah, I know.
I told Todd I wanted to do Macy's Day Parade, and he was like, "The absolute F no." And I was like, "Okay, but I really like it's on my bucket list. Like, I really want to go do it. Not this year, but like down the road." And he was like, "I will not. No." And I was like,
I can tell you what it requires.
What?
people camp out the night before and you have to take something to pee in because once you leave to
No.
go
Oh,
pee,
Jake, okay, no, I'm not doing it that way. You can get a hotel room if you do this enough years in advance where it's like on the parade. Don't you just sit in your hotel room and order room service? Like that's what I want to do.
Right.
What'd you say?
but yeah, the NFL wife can afford that.
Seriously.
The
Yeah.
price of that,
So like
I-
we won't be in the NFL one, then we can do this though. So that's where this is gonna struggle.
take that back because the year that I was there, Jason and I were there and we had another couple that was there at the same time. They went to the parade. We stayed and we could technically see it from our hotel.
See, that's what I want.
We were at the W Midtown, so
Yeah, I think I've stayed
the
there.
flagship.
Like I just like that's what I envision is like sitting in the hotel and like ordering a big breakfast and like just watching the
Yeah.
parade go by.
Yeah, if you're gonna do
It is literally Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
you need to be there for like at least 10 days because they don't light the tree until like a little over a week after Thanksgiving. So that way you can get Thanksgiving, and then if you stay long enough, then you get the tree light.
Like I cannot afford a hotel in New York City for 2 nights, let alone 10.
Yes, you can. I got you.
I just don't know. if
I
can-
stay in like boutique hotels when I'm there. I promise.
Okay. I'll just bring you with.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't.
always happy to be there.
I don't think I could stay there for 10 days, but there's just so many people. Like,
That's what I love. That is what
Yeah.
I listen. I was there
Maggie,
Maggie,
shopping.
that's where Jake thrives.
Yeah, because you're surrounded by everyone, but you're literally only in your own little world. Like no one cares about you. They're not gonna stop and ask you like how your day, like nothing. Like you were in your own world.
No one even says hi. You just literally
Yeah.
like Chicago. You just literally just go.
Even if you hold the door open for someone, they're not gonna say thank you. It's like literally, it's just like no interaction unless you have to.
That was one of the hardest transitions for Chicago. I'd be walking around like, hey, how are you? Hey, and then they just look at you and then they keep walking. And I'm like,
Yeah.
From the South, sorry.
I don't know. I just don't like being on top of people walking.
I love it. Love it. Love it.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're about out of time. So
All right. It was so good talking to you guys. I miss you so much.
I know it's good to see your face.
It is.
It's so good to see your faces. I can't wait to
Oh,
squeeze you and hug you next time.
I know, and that's soon. That's
I know.
coming up.
Give Channy a big hug for me, and then we'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, love you.
Love
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Have a nice week.